Hey everybody, welcome to Upstate Speedtests. Today we are in Upstate, Pennsylvania, I guess you could call it. We're at Great Bend, Pennsylvania, which is a very small town with very noisy trucks just to the south of the New York State border along Interstate 81, which is currently undergoing a complete rebuild through the town. So obnoxiously, I had to get off the highway earlier than I would have wanted to in order to avoid missing the exit, because the exit is closed. This is also kind of a fireworks town. There's a ton of fireworks stands all along the road here, and some just beyond where you can see, because fireworks for a long time were completely banned in New York State. So people from New York would come down here to get their fireworks. In terms of infrastructure, we've got two sets of macros on the hill over there. There's a macro somewhere just out of view on the hill over there too, I believe. And then one also just out of view over the bridge over there, but I'm sure you'll see it in the aerial shots. So what I thought we would do is, let me open my phones back up here. They all locked during my usual long intro. What I thought we would do is test all the networks here in Great Bend. And we've got AT&T on top and Verizon down below. I'm trying to keep both of them in frame for you guys. Wow, AT&T, until recently, did not have midband here. I'm not sure where the midband is coming from because there's no tower close by for AT&T that I can see, unless it's the macros up on the hill in the distance, which it probably is. Although our upload is still really good. If it's coming from those macros, that's a long throw over there. And Verizon is still LTE only here, but very respectable speeds. Nobody would complain about those at all. Give me just a few minutes and, well, you know what? Let's do one more here on, we'll do the coverage map test on both. And yeah. All right, so we got Verizon and AT&T. They're going to separate servers. AT&T's headed to New York City while Verizon's headed down to DC. And the coverage map test is looking pretty similar, quite a bit slower on the AT&T side. And it looks like it's actually 5G standalone on AT&T, which is really impressive. I mean, this is not a big town at all, and the speeds are really, really good. Give me just a moment and I'll switch over to T-Mobile next. We won't do Boost here because Boost would just be roaming on AT&T. And by the way, if you're down here in Great Bend, Tedeschi's restaurant, fantastic pizza. I might be a little biased because it's in my wife's family, but yeah, Tedeschi Market, or Tedeschi Italian Eatery, delicious. Give me a second, I'll be right back. And also, we're gonna thank Circled In while I switch over. Today's video is brought to you by Circled In. CircledIn.com lets you split the cost of a wireless family plan from major providers like Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, and even from prepaid providers like Cricket or Google Fi. And now they've even added the capability for you to split the cost of a streaming service from places like Netflix, HBO, Hulu. Check them out at CircledIn.com. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Welcome back, everybody. As a really loud dump truck rumbles by. This town is loud, man. I don't know how people live down here. Anyway, right in front of us, we've got T-Mobile equipment, although I don't see midband on it, and it's on a Exxon post, which is kind of funny and cool. But anyway, we've got, oh, I gotta get it to refocus. There we go. We've got midband showing for T-Mobile, which maybe it's coming from the macros on the hill up there, because this little site in front of us does not appear to have midband at all. I don't see the panels. I see the LTE or the low band equipment, but I don't see midband. Anyway, pulling 540 on the down, almost 50. 547. The unloaded ping is 57. The loaded ping times are very good. The jitter's at 16, which seems, just a little bit on the high side. And the upload is 39.2. So far in this town, if I had to rank providers, it would go T-Mobile, followed closely by AT&T, and then Verizon would be third here. I'm sure Verizon will get around to upgrading their stuff eventually, but man, that It's kind of sad that there's no Verizon midband here yet. I mean, geez, AT&T's beating you to the punch here. That's kind of sad. I'm sure they'll get to it though. And then, whoop, the phone falls right out of the window. That's going well so far. Let me put this, fine, I'll put it on the steering wheel. So there we go. And it turned my blinker on. Wow, this is going great so far. Let's test again. But this time, instead of doing DC, let's do New York City. New York City is about 3-ish hours from here, maybe a little longer. Depends on traffic. But anyway, there we go. So 50 millisecond unloaded ping. We've got downloads 499, so competitive with Ookla, but a little slower than Ookla. And upload at 30. So wow, yeah, not a bad town in terms of cellular. Why is my iPad not focusing? There we go. So yeah, not a bad town in terms of cellular. Only provider here that really needs work is Verizon. And I'm assuming that Verizon's way up on the macro over there. And I'm guessing that's where our T-Mobile and AT&T signals came from as well, because if it was this macro, we'd only see 5G. We wouldn't see the full 5G UC. So anyway, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of those tests. And which provider have you found to be the most reliable and expedient in small towns like this? Small interstate rest stop towns, we'll call it. And yeah, gas also here in Pennsylvania, just to give you guys some kind of fun tidbits. For decades growing up, people would drive down to Pennsylvania for cheaper gas, but Pennsylvania recently raised its gas tax to fund infrastructure improvement in the state. And it's paying off. There's a ton of construction going on, but man, gas is way more expensive in PA now than it is in New York. You saw that sign there where it said $3.35. I can get gas regularly close to $3 a gallon, but I have a BJ's membership, so usually it works out to be like $2.79 or $2.80 right now. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.